revenue coming in at $69.8 billion. That is a beat versus 68.9. EPS, we were not going to compare, but it came in at $1.17. Cloud also slight miss, but we'll call it in line coming in terms of that cloud revenue, $7.45 billion versus 7.49. So rounded up, it's about $7.5 billion. YouTube also beating. Remember that this has been sort of a weaker growth spot in recent quarters. That coming in at $6.7 billion, 6.6 was expected. We'll continue to dig into this and bring you more as we get it. Back to you.
Google's earnings came out yesterday and they beat market's expectation. They did pretty darn good. And I had people jumping into the comment section on YouTube after hours and saying, hey Josh, were you sorry that you sold all of your Google before earnings? I'm going to answer that question as well as give you guys some fresh technicals on Google. And also, I'm going to give you guys an update on what's going on with Alibaba and my Baba trade. This is the Stocks with Josh show. Thank you for hitting the like. Hit that subscribe and that YouTube all notifications bell to get daily insights on stock and crypto. All right, I want to review a couple highlights from Google's earnings that were quite interesting. One is that these guys have not really decreased their staff. They actually have increased it by 17% year over year, quarter over quarter. And even more interestingly, they grew from quarter 4 of 2022 by 1,000 new employees in quarter 1 of 2023. They are clearly going against the stream of cost cutting. Their best line item improvement was their revenue increase. They actually increased year over year 3%, which was quite a surprise to Wall Street. But the big news that got everybody's attention was that they're now going to do a $70 billion share buyback. Now that's actually what I want to dwell on and break down a little bit. There's been a lot of buzz and argument as to whether this was the right move. Was this bullish or was this bearish? So the bull case for why a share buyback would make sense, by reducing the number of shares, the share buyback can increase the earnings per share and potentially drive up the value of the stock. But alternatively, the bear case on this buyback is that this is a short-term solution to boost the stock price rather than a long-term investment in growth and innovation. And I would say, as always, cash is king. And if we are heading into a recession, which almost everybody agrees, there's a lot of people that were quite upset that these guys will be blowing $70 billion to do a buyback rather than to hold on to it in case of diminished profit margins, as well as to reinvest it in a critical moment where Google has been coming under a lot of criticism for being behind the AI development revolution. And let's just review some of the responses that we got to this buyback. DeFi the Way tweeted, LOL, wanting a payday based on stock performance instead of investing that money in AI. And then Rich K, I'd want them to use the cash on the AI race. Waka Waka said, smells of desperation after the AI fiasco in an effort to pump stocks. And then Slightly Flimsy tweeted, farewell Google, you slept while your competitors pulled all-nighters. There was plenty of positive and negative comments. Those are just a few that I agreed with, but one that was positive was Jim Cramer. And could that be the kiss of death? Jim Cramer said, Alphabet delivered more for club members, but I can no longer be upset with these guys. They did well. So Jim Cramer loves it. He thought it was the right move. What does that mean to you guys? I'd love to hear in the comment section if you think that this buyback was strategically the best thing that they could have done with that $70 billion. Let me know in the comment section. But let me just cut to the chase and I'll tell you what I thought. It's absolutely a signal that these guys are shifting away from being a growth company to potentially just being a value stock. This is the path of buying back, then eventually maybe giving a dividend. It, in my mind, is just waving the white surrender flag to the competition, saying, yeah, we lost the AI revolution race and you guys might as well just go on and take the market share from us. Now, you might think that's overly dramatic. That's just my point of view. Now, I am not terribly bearish on Google. I like Google as a company and believe that they can do well, but I need to see things that motivate me and cause me to want to buy the stock. Now, before earnings, it came to a double top in price, a supply zone that it just wasn't breaking through, around $109.60. It came up there once, then it came up there again, and when it failed to break through, I put my stop loss up high and cashed out right beneath $109. And with this great news, right now Google's trading at $103. So I guess I would just be straightforward and say I can't see that I missed anything. Now, do I think that it's going to be dropping from here? Actually, no. I lean towards the idea that these guys could potentially move higher, and I'm going to review what that would look like in my eyes. What I'd be looking for would be a close above $108.16. If I saw a close on the weekly chart this week for above $108.16, then I would be seeing that the chart is saying it's going to make a push up into that supply zone, deeper into that supply zone, up at around $112 to $113. And it could even go as high as the top of that supply zone, which I see as $117. Now, you guys have watched me trade for the last year, and one of the things that you might have seen is that I don't try to be too greedy. I actually warn about being too greedy. I've had the opportunity. I told you guys when I was going to buy when it came down to $92. And when it hit $92, every time it was beneath $92, I accumulated, right? Now, I would have loved to have held that long term, but I just have a little bit more of a bearish view going into the end of 2023 and 2024. At this moment, I'm not convinced that the markets aren't going to attempt to make a new low, which I then told you guys I would be interested in reacquiring Google back at $94. So 109 might not have been the very top of Google. Matter of fact, like I said, it might squeeze up momentarily as high as 112, 113, or even higher. I will have not sold the very top, but I can tell you that right now it's not making great gains today, which no, does not make me feel like I've missed out on anything. If I saw that the charts were turning around and building bullish momentum, I could jump right back into my full position beneath 109 and ride it up a little bit higher. I may or may not do that. I'm trying to cash up in preparation to get all of my favorite big tech names much cheaper. Quick station break before we jump into it. If you need better trade tools, there is a link in the top pinned comment to the moomoo investment app where you can get up to 15 free stock, cash coupon of $1,500, and a 1-month free subscription to Benzinga Pro to help you with your options. After you get your free stuff, you can then start your investment journey. Then come find the chat group that I host on the app called Stock Josh Fam, and we can continue the conversation. All right, let's cover Alibaba, ticker BABA. There is a single stock that I could say that I have been more bullish on than perhaps I should have. It would be Alibaba. When it had come all the way up to $105, I probably should have raised my stop loss way up there and let it kick me out with a massive gain because, as you guys know, got in around $80 and $79. I called that as the floor and it bounced there and it had a beautiful run up, quite high. But I was getting greedy because I wanted to see it get up to 107, 110, and then eventually 120. Now, I still believe that we're going to get there, but let me break down the trade for you guys and what I've done so far. When we got down from 105 back to $96, I entered some puts because I saw a weakness and it could continue to move to the downside. I saw a gap that needed to be filled at $88, and so I sold my puts at $88. I had my stop loss set at $87, and of course you guys know we've broken through that. Now currently I'm out of it. Yesterday, very tempted to get back in around $82, but I am watching right now for a re-entry at $80 to $81, and I would put my stop loss at $79. $79 should hold. If we break beneath $79, then basically this upward movement has utterly failed and we could possibly go much further down than I've accounted for. I do want to reiterate that Morningstar and Goldman Sachs have both recently called Alibaba a buy, so I still am bullish on Baba. I want you guys to know I will be back in Baba. The question is just, where is support going to ultimately find itself, and when are we going to see a reversal and a move back up? You guys can see that when we came down and hit $80, it had a massive $25 move up. So this thing can run. You buy 1,000 shares, you're looking at big gains. I have traded it successfully numerous times, made good money on Alibaba, and intend to continue to do so. And one more thing to keep in mind, do not follow me on any trade unless you guys are putting in stop losses, and I keep tight stop losses because right now, I've said it repeatedly, it's one of the reasons why I'm out of Google. Cash is king. I think they should be preserving their cash because I'm taking the time to preserve my cash, and so should you. Use a stop loss, be a better trader. All right, I'm going to talk about Tesla. I've been bullish on Tesla as well, and obviously they did not do well with their earnings. The stock reversed and it's fallen quite a bit. I got back in at around $164. I traded it a little bit. It lost that level. I put in my puts. I rode them down. I saw support at $153. I have sold all my puts. I bought calls. I bought stocks. I believe this is going to be the area where it bounces, and I'm going long. If we break beneath $153, but if this does not prove to be the perfect entry spot, even though I'm bullish on my entry spot, I've got my stop loss set right below $153, and you should consider the same unless you're a long-term investor who intends to hold this all the way till it gets back up to $200 or $300. All right, guys, that's our quick technicals for today. I hope all of you guys are doing well and making some money. Thank you guys for hitting the like. Last call to hit the subscribe and the YouTube all notification bell. As always, peace and blessings, my friends. Take care. I'll see you in the comments.